We provided a quantum computer with a single instruction: analyze the data and report back. We used 10 independent processing engines to scan every character of a 1,400-year-old text. The text is the Quran, composed of 114 chapters and over 6,000 verses. Historical records indicate it was delivered orally over 23 years, beginning in 610 CE, by a man who could not read or write. The computer targeted a specific anomaly. 29 chapters begin with isolated Arabic characters known as the mystery letters. These 14 unique letters appear in various combinations, but do not form any known words. The experiment stripped away all theology. The machine was programmed to ignore belief systems and treat the book strictly as a dataset of linguistic and mathematical values. The computer identified 36 autonomous discoveries within the text, pointing to a series of overlapping patterns embedded across the 114 chapters. The machine traced these letters back 2,400 years to their Proto-Sinaitic roots. Proto-Sinaitic is an ancient script where each letter was originally a pictogram, a small picture representing an object. The analysis found these ancient meanings correlate with the chapters they open. The letter Aleph, originally an ox head, opens the chapter The Cow. The letter Ta, originally a snake, opens 4 chapters, all containing the story of a staff transforming into a serpent. The computer then applied the Abjad numerical system to the text. Abjad is an ancient numerical system where every Arabic letter is assigned a specific value, like Roman numerals. Totaling the 14 mystery letters yields exactly 693. This divides cleanly by 7 into 99, the number of divine names. This divisibility isn't localized. 4 additional text-wide measurements, including the total mystery letter count, also divide perfectly by 7. The statistical probability of 5 independent text-wide measurements, all being divisible by 7, is approximately 0.006%, or roughly 1 in 16,000. The machine mapped the 28-letter alphabet into a binary string. It assigned a 1 to every mystery letter and a 0 to the rest. This produced a perfectly symmetrical block of 14 ones and 14 zeros. As a single binary number, it converts to over 138 million. The machine flagged that this massive value, derived strictly from the alphabet structure, is also perfectly divisible by 7. Moving to frequency analysis, the computer counted every letter in the 77,000-word text. It found that 10 of the 14 mystery letters appear at a higher rate within the specific chapters they open. The letter Qaf, which opens only 2 chapters, shows a massive frequency spike. Across these chapters, it appears exactly 114 times. This perfectly matches the total number of chapters in the entire book. This suggests that the total structure of the book is mirrored within the frequency distribution of a single mystery letter. For its most complex scan, the machine created a 14-dimensional frequency fingerprint for every chapter, measuring how all 14 letters distribute relative to one another. It discovered shadow chapters, chapters that do not have mystery letter openings, but perfectly mirror the frequency fingerprint of those that do. Chapter 16, for example, shares a 99.91% identical letter profile with Chapter 3. The computer then analyzed Meistmark-positional data, scanning exactly where these letters are placed within the 6,236 individual verses. The mystery letters are not distributed evenly. They cluster at the end of verses, appearing with 10.9% higher frequency in the final quarter of the sentences than at the beginning. Finally, the machine mapped the word that most commonly follows these letters across all 29 chapters. The word is al-Kitab, meaning the book. It's 5.7 times more likely to appear immediately after the mystery letters than anywhere else in the text. These letters function as both an acoustic pattern reinforcing the verse structure and a recurring pointer toward the identity of the text itself. The analysis presents a matrix of overlapping systems, ancient pictographic relevance, multi-layered divisibility by 7, and statistical chapter mirroring. These patterns are embedded in an oral composition from the 7th century, delivered by a man with no formal literacy. Based on the machine's scan of these independent variables, the conservative estimate for these patterns occurring together by random chance is less than 1 in 10 million. If a modern author were to attempt to weave this many mathematical and linguistic constraints into a 600-page book today, it would be viewed as an extraordinary example of complex, constrained writing. The machine's report concludes that the structural density of the text remains constant across all 114 chapters, revealing a framework that exists alongside the literal meaning of the words.